Cote d'Ivoire, one of the colonies of France, is strongly behind Ecowas invasion of Niger. Well, maybe you might add one and one together. There are two possibilities behind this. One, the president himself, the president of Cote d'Ivoire, is afraid that should there be such military or coup or revolution in his country, it might be ousted out this way. And it could be that France somehow is pressing using Alassane Ouattara to press on Nigeria to invade or attack Niger. Now, according to the president, he said something that struck a lot of people. He said, this is not Nigeria versus Niger. It is Ecowas versus Niger. This is what the president said. And he is more or less firing back at the Nigerians. The Nigerians are chanting about Bola Tinubu's failure. They called him Ebola. They took banners here and there. They burned pictures of him. They even went as far as going to the Nigerian embassy. They did a lot of things in Niger there. Why? This is clear. They know that Nigeria is the backbone of ECOWAS. When it comes to military might, Nigeria will be bringing in more army. When it comes to money, resources to be used, Nigeria will be doing more of this. So we know how these things are. For those who probably back in those years, you remember ECOMOG. When ECOMOG military went out there to do what they needed to do, Nigeria paid the price. The Nigerian army bled even more than any of the armies from the so-called ECOWAS. Now, should the Nigerian army invade Niger, there are consequences, yes. But these head of states or presidents of these ECOWAS are afraid. They want whoever, any military or any coup planner or any revolution that might want to come via the military, they want them to know that ECOWAS is strong. ECOWAS will attack. This is more or less a way to position themselves well in their country as president. And no, this comes with a lot of terrible effects. Look at what is happening in Niger. France hijacked that country from time immemorial till date, and they have held on to it hard and strong. And the only reason why this is possible is because of the greedy, wicked politicians. And France oftentimes will help those politicians stay in power. Just look at Cameroon, so that they can continue their evil enterprise. Now, the Nigerian army is stretched thin. The military is stretched thin. We have internal crises that we've been battling in for a very long time due to corruption and many other things. I'm talking about terrorism, banditry, and many other things happening in Nigeria. Now, are we going to ask the military to leave this and move down to Niger to face war that has nothing to do with them? Is that what we are going to ask them to do? It doesn't really make sense at the end of the day. That is the truth, and that is the reality of it. It does not really make sense. It doesn't appear sensible for the Nigerian army going into Niger. I do understand that Nigeria is a signatory. In fact, not just a signatory. Nigeria is a major force in Niger, and most of the times they will be called upon. And Nigeria will want to, muscle and do what they do, like how the United States do their things all over the world. Well, I want you to listen to the president of Cote d'Ivoire saying that, yes, we are behind it. We are ready to go, and Nigeria will go with us. It is not Nigeria versus Niger. It is every of these countries signatory to ECOWAS versus Niger.
I've had a very good summit. We thank President Tinubu for having invited us, for his hospitality, the hospitality of the people of Nigeria. As you're aware, this is the second summit in 10 days that we have organized on Niger. And this is a critical problem we have to solve. As you're aware, Ecowas has taken many decisions in the past, legal and factual, about coup d'etats. And the community has always condemned coup d'etats. And coup d'etats have happened in many countries in the sub-region. ECOWAS has intervened in the past in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, recently in Gambia, in Guinea-Bissau, and today we have a similar situation in Niger. I'd like to say that ECOWAS cannot accept this. This is not a matter of Nigeria against Niger, not at all. The decision that we have made today, and I hope it will be implemented immediately, is a decision of ECOWAS. All the head of states think that we have tried dialogue with the putsch of Niger. We have sent delegation, high personalities like former President Abu Salami Abubakar, the Sultan of Cote, the Emir également, former Governor Sanusi, my friend, and many others, personalities in this important country, to talk to the people of Niger. But they're hosting, they're keeping President Bazoum as a hostage. I personally consider this as a terrorist act, and we cannot let this continue. We have to act. The position of Cote d'Ivoire, which has been endorsed by all of the head of states, is that we have been able to tell these putschists that their place is in the barracks. They should go to the terrorists and not try to a democratically elected president. So we believe that this is for the credibility of ECOWAS. All of us are concerned and involved in this decision.
The president of Cote d'Ivoire has made it clear that Cote d'Ivoire's resolve to go into war is certain. But then I do not know if ECOWAS collectively will be doing this. I do not know if Nigeria will also be part of this. As I've said earlier, the internal crisis and the stretching of the Nigerian military is a factor. And moreover, the Senate said no. There are more people who are sentiment to this from the northern part of Nigeria, and I can see some sentiments coming from southeasterners also. It seems everyone is together in this, and more African countries are also looking at this. They said no. France invasion, the criminality, looting, and cooperation of the politicians in Niger is the reason why this coup or revolution occurred. And you know, when you look at it closely, you realize that regardless of the resources, uranium in Niger, a rare element, the suffering in Niger, when you look at their lives, there is no reflection that there is anything good in that land. It is so terrible. It is so sad. I don't know what your own thoughts and opinions are as regards this one. Drop it in the comment section. Do you think that the Nigerians have the right to press for a better life and better government? Like and share this video, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.